Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the eSports Report, presented by Xbox One, the official console of Major League Gaming. Got a full desk today. Of course, myself, Benson, joined by the wonderful Max, as we went over yesterday, post-Gfinity show, and JP, the stats guy.
What's up, man?
All the numbers. Number crunching. Anyway, today's show, we're doing a Gfinity recap show. Obviously, a couple of you guys may have seen the post-Gfinity show yesterday. We went through, kind of looked at that, and we were like, hey, how do we kind of go even further in depth? And that's kind of the show we devised today. We've got to look at some highlights. We still have that epic montage as well from yesterday. We'll probably re-show that at some point as well. It's pretty badass. In case you missed it, some of the best plays from Gfinity at the weekend, all in one awesome montage. But, I mean, first off, let's have a general chat. Gfinity, JP, you watched the event, obviously COD stats, doing all the numbers and whatnot. What do you think of the event as a whole?
I watched a lot of COD.
That was a lot of COD.
That was a lot of COD.
I mean, it was
fun though. Despite waking up maybe 5:45 on Sunday morning, that was pretty tough, but it was all good.
Yeah,
I love watching COD. So
Max,
pretty good.
I mean, one of the best produced events I've ever seen.
It was really good,
production was on point. You know, Gfinity Arena, you know, Gfinity, they always do a great job with the production. But yeah, great tournament. You know, EU competition upsetting a lot of NA teams.
Yep.
FaZe getting the first, you know, back-to-back championship team in AW, other than
OG.
You know, OG, of course. So yeah, good weekend.
What was the best part of the production for both of you?
I mean,
like, what was the one like cool thing?
I really like the mid-game analysis.
Yeah, we all agreed that was all our favorite.
That was
thing.
sick.
Yeah,
that was really nice.
alert. But
yeah, I think that's Paul Chandler doing a little bit of stuff over there. Getting a little bit creative. I like it. I like it a lot. They did some really interesting stuff, which I don't think we've seen. The one thing I didn't like, though, I'll be honest, was the listenings. The quality of the listenings felt a little weird.
I think it was part of the white noise pumping into the
That's a good call.
But
that's a good call. But
I mean,
honestly, besides that, everything else was absolutely superb. Like the pro player in the mid game, the analysis desk in the mid game, they were really thinking outside the box, and it's awesome to see. So, with all that said, we'll get straight into it. Now, we're going to take a look at the teams placed in the top 8, kind of break down, you know, what happened, what went well, what didn't. Obviously, yesterday we kind of talked about a couple of the North American teams that didn't make it through the group stages. Are they going to have team changes? That's the first big question that we should really address. Is Rostermania amongst us, Max, or no?
I mean, you got to assume so. Like, so I mean, let's pick like 3 teams, right? TK, they don't make it out. Rise,
they didn't make it out either.
TCM. That was like a shocking one because they beat Vitality the first time around.
And they placed 5th at UMG as well.
Right. So, first off, TK, I mean, that one we kind of write off a little bit because, you know, Neslo and Nameless and Sharp were, you know, quoted saying, this event's like a practice event for us, you know, not a lot of pressure on us, so.
So you don't think TK's making a change?
No, I don't think so.
JP, in terms of, like, the numbers, if you had to change one player, who would it be?
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
When it comes to TK, it's hard to say because, I mean, they keep cycling through the same players, so it could be Nameless, and they bring on maybe like Goonjar back or something like that again. So
I think I'm mistaken. That was Dallas. They said that was a practice event because that was 2 weeks into the Pro League, and they just made the roster change. Yeah. So what I said on the bracket show, they're one bad tournament away from picking up Goonjar.
I mean, it's possible.
TK, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Goonjar, check your DMs. But yeah, like you said, honestly, that could probably happen.
Would that make sense, though? Like, in terms of improving the team, like, I feel like there's something to improve the team.
I mean, if anything, I think it'd be like preparation for Black Ops 3. If it's anything like Black Ops 2, you'd see him always in the finals with Cole. And
that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
The same team. I'm not sure, but that's the only reason.
I mean, they've made some weird roster changes, right? So. Think back Season 2. They picked up Parasite and Nameless. That was completely out of the box for them, you know.
It was very weird.
Right. And Ghosts, they picked up Formal for, you know, an event. That didn't really work out. They let go of him. They picked up Apathy for X Games. They got second there. Their best placing, you know, in Ghosts.
Apathy to TK?
For who? Nameless?
No, that wouldn't work. Nameless main battle.
Get rid of, like,
Sharp.
Not Sharp.
You can't get rid of Sharp. Like,
that's why I feel like it's strange because like Nameless is your main bow, Sharp is your captain. You're not dropping him, and then you just made a roster move for Theory and Neslo. So that's strange. But I mean, right. So back to like AW. So they pick up Parasite and Nameless. Parasite, you know, just doesn't work out. You know, some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But from there, you know, it goes to they let go of him. They pick up TJ, and TJ was looking, you know, they didn't look so good in the online tournaments, in the 2Ks and the 5Ks, but TJ right now in Elevate looks so good in the Pro League. Like,
really?
You
think?
Since he's returned, they've gone like 7-0 or
6-0, I believe.
6-0, yeah.
They haven't lost a game with him back.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But in the grand scheme of things, simple yes or no. TK make a roster change?
No.
Not until Season 3 is over, in my opinion.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
Maybe like right before Worlds or like after Worlds.
He's got
TK.
That's not fair.
It is my time, ladies and gentlemen. You saw me against the pink wall. Now it's officially my time. Put me against the green wall, man. I'm ready.
Kozdev doing some scouting?
I'm not ready. That's probably not gonna end well. TCM, let's talk about them really briefly. Obviously, one of the greatest duos. We kind of saw some awesome content that Gfinity did with showing just how much of a duo they really are.
Oh, that was
thing.
I
Mr.
love
and
that video.
Mrs.
Yeah.
That was great.
Awesome video.
1, 2, 3.
Scrapyard.
That was sick. That was so cool. Don't think they're going to be moving. Question for me is, you look at the Europeans. Do we see maybe
Watson.
TCM NA now?
Watson. Bring him to NA.
People are saying Watson was the next player to come over.
He played great this weekend.
I mean, it would really work because he did play really well. He'd fit into that team. I mean, he'd replace, I would assume, Moose, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not going to drop TP or Aches because you got your sights set on Black Ops 3 with those two.
Yeah, they're for sure staying together.
And then Jerd has played so well, you know, that explosive SMG for that team. Can't really fault him. I feel like then, you know, once you get rid of those three, the fault just comes on to Moose, and it's just like, you know, Moose stepping up. It's kind of like the OG situation, you know?
So,
yeah.
So the big thing for me is you look at this team and kind of talking about Black Ops 3. I think the one thing this team really needs is that kind of main AR presence.
Right.
And I think that's something they're going to look at.
Yeah.
You know, if FaZe had started losing, I would say, hey, you know, Clay. Let's ring Clay, get him on the phone real quick. But guess what? They don't know like
success with us before.
Right.
Let's try it again.
Why not? Then you look at, all right, well, who else from that kind of team/era could you potentially get? Damon?
If he gets dropped from OG, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening.
I mean, that squad's just like a god squad right now. If anyone says they need to make a roster change, I think they're like delusional.
Yes.
It's just they need to practice some game modes.
It's just uplink. Yeah, S&D just
uplink and S&D they need to work on, but I mean, there's no way they make a team change.
So realistically, you look back at that old complexity era, and there isn't really anyone else that they can kind of say, hey, you know, we had success.
Yeah, hey, Krim, you want to leave?
Yo, too quick.
Yo, it was too quick, man.
But, why not, man? Like,
I don't know where too quick has been, but I mean, bring back Mad Cat maybe from to TCM.
I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think Mad Cat and the TCM organization get along very well.
They should fix that. Because Mad Cat would be really good on this team.
If he was on that team, it would be filthy. Yep. But TCM, roster change, yes or no?
No.
I don't think so either.
No, me neither. Until after Season 3.
Yeah.
Final North American team, which didn't place very well at Gfinity, was Rise.
Right. That team's making a roster change, 100%. Like,
really?
I think
they made so many changes the past few weeks.
Yeah, you let go of, you know, you get TJ Halley.
By the way, TCM, best picture.
Oh, yeah.
Ever?
Yeah, we should just use that as the new silhouette instead of enable.
Agreed.
And just leave the sunglasses on. But honestly, you know, you start the season off with TJ, and like I said, TJ looks so good so far in Season 3. You lose him, and then you get
Burns,
who traded TCM for Burns.
Yeah.
TCM also, you know, up-and-coming player. I really think you make the move for Burns just so you can really attend the event. But did you really need to make a permanent switch?
I don't know. I mean, Burns is really good, but that team, I just don't see making like top 8. It's weird. It's a weird composition of players.
There must have been like something. The team must have just not been like clicking together because there are plenty of players. You can, hey, you know, even Burns. Orbit's not going. Hey, Burns, want to fill in for the weekend? Like, you don't need to make a full-on roster change, in my opinion. Like, letting go of Apathy and TCM, arguably your two best players.
Strange one.
Like individually, all those players look pretty good. I mean, Chino, Apathy, Burns, Weeds. I mean, I just guess as a team, they don't fit well together.
I agree. I don't think that team fits at all. What happens, though, is a tough one. I feel like a team like Rise can't create Rostermania by itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And who else are they going to trade with? You look at the kind of bottom 4 teams.
I mean, if...
Like, Apathy Apathy for Theory. Theory back on Rise. Like, can't even see that happening.
No.
All the things which you could potentially say, oh, yeah, you know, Apathy to TK, you look at TK, it's like, well, no, I can't see them making a change.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like a lot of these players are essentially kind of stuck.
Like, Apathy is their best player, 100%. Like,
I don't know. I look at TCM. I'm gonna be honest.
No, they traded for Burns, remember?
Burns. Oh, this is a little bit outdated, but...
Yeah, but...
You're right.
But, okay, so Apathy is, like, good enough to be their best player, right? But is he good enough to warrant, like, other teams to trade their, like, good players? Like, you know, you can't do a 1-for-2 swap. Like, it has to be an equal trade.
Yeah.
So, like you know, like in MLB, like, you trade, like, I don't know, whoever, right? You trade Mike Trout for, like, two pitchers or something. You know, you can't make a 1-for-2 trade. You don't know? Okay, you trade Ronaldo for, like...
It needs to be 1-for-1.
Bale
it can't be 1-for-2.
I know that.
Okay, he was making it seem like you didn't understand it.
I have been here a while. I've gone through season 1 and season 2.
I was making a football reference for Ben.
It didn't.
Ronaldo for Bale and...
Do they make a team change? Yes or no?
Rise? Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I feel like they stick with this team a little bit more because they just made the move for Burns. So they'll work out something. If not, if they don't make it to playoffs, then maybe a change. But
so just see if they can get to playoffs. Yeah. If not, then maybe the whole team just completely disbands as they look to Black Ops 3.
I honestly could see maybe ISO trying to trade for Apathy.
Dido and Apathy on the same team?
Yeah. I think that would really work out well for them.
Who do they get rid of?
The fourth person who's just like lingering around. Lacefield, whoever their ISO's fourth is, whoever been filling in. Like you have Dido, Dido, Silly, and Havoc, and then you add Apathy. That team has a better shot at making playoffs than with Lacefield, in my opinion.
And a better shot than that Rise team.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, that's a little brief chat about Rostermania. If there will be a Rostermania, probably won't. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But for now, quick commercial break. When we return, though, we're going to count down our top 8 teams from Gfinity. Be right back.